anytime I talk to anybody who's either running a business or part of a nonprofit, like anything that's in service of others, a lot of the internal chatter will always be, I'm not doing enough, or I can be doing more. Like, do you have that? And how do you kind of try to keep that down so it's not detrimental to yourself while still living that mission of helping others?
Yes, I hear it all the time. And I'd be like, shut up. But no, it's like, it's easier said than done to just like not listen to that voice. And so I try to think about an I did that list. Instead of a to-do list, I did that list. So I think about what are the things that I accomplished today. Even though I wanted to accomplish like 20 things, if I got this email out, if I rolled up to this interview, if I prepared for this other meeting that I have, like those are the things I did. Okay, maybe I didn't wash the clothes like I wanted to. Maybe I didn't fold the clothes that's been in that same chair that of unfolded clothes. It's okay because at some point they got washed. So I'm gonna celebrate that they got washed. And so I just try to look at the moments of like celebrating what I have done, but then also reminding myself that like, I think about how people always say like, you can't pour from an empty cup, but that always prioritizes the other person of like, I have to be in this space of pouring into somebody else. And so I just think about like, how can I be the best me for me? And so whether that be like, I'm celebrating those small things, I am taking a break. I am not doing the things, I am not apologizing for whatever it is, having grace with myself. And so, yeah, that's what I think about. I think about a personal story for me right now is like, I have felt like so I had a big event for Baddies for Business, the second in person in July in Charlotte, North Carolina. Shout out North Carolina. And in the midst of that, like the week before, my mom went to the hospital and she had to have emergency surgery. She ended up having 3 emergency surgeries. And I was like, I'm not going to call it on this event because I need this event in this moment. And then after the event, how you wrap up an event, there's all types of things you need to be doing. And I said, I can't because I have to give all of myself to my mom. She is on this ventilator, but still like, I'm going to go up and I'm going to talk to her. I'm going to read the Sunday school lesson. I'm going to do all of these things because in this moment, it is more important for me to be present with my mom as opposed to like trying to rush and send all these emails. And so that's what I've done. I've been present with my mom. She has improved. She's off the ventilator. She is now like doing physical therapy, all those incredible things. But like, if I wouldn't have taken that moment to just be fully present with her, to celebrate the small victories that she had, the big victory of Baddies with Business, even having an event, then I wouldn't get to the place now like, okay, now I'm in this space. I'm still present with her, but now I can start to transition and think about, okay, here's the additional things that I can do and know that the community is going to be there waiting to give me a hug, to know that like I've had grace with myself and they're having grace with me as well. And so I think it's like you hear that voice, it gets louder, but you have to figure out ways to celebrate those small victories, be present in whatever you're doing, and then take time for yourself so then you can get back to being that vibrant and unique self that you are.
Oh, I love that. And I'm glad to hear that your mother's doing so much better. And I'm also glad that it's good that she was able to get better because now you're able to take that time, first of all, to make sure that you were able to make space for her in that critical moment, but you still have her here. And at the same time, it sounds like a lot of what you're alluding to too is because you took that time away, now you got to see that the ship didn't sink. Everything was still able to operate. And so that's a learning lesson in itself that you can move forward and look back on this situation and say like, okay, whenever I need to take a break, whether it be just for myself or to be in support of somebody in my family, I have room to do that. I don't have to go 200 miles per hour every single day.
Yes. And what's powerful is that in that break, I was like, okay, I know I need to say something on social media. I know I need to do this thing. And I'm not like, oh, I got to post 3 times a day. That ain't even me. You might get a 3 days a week, maybe a 5 if I'm feeling, a little thirsty.
Oh, I'm all over the place. I can be on hiatus for like 2 weeks if I'm not feeling good.
Yeah. And so after the event, the like attendees, so this was the largest number of attendees. I had 25 baddies that were in the room, but they had such a great time that they were posting. And the people who didn't attend had FOMO. And they were like, oh my goodness, I want to be at the next one. I want to do these things. But it was like all of them that like, they didn't even know that she was still in the hospital, but they just like stepped up and they posted. And so I was able to repost the things that they shared. That allowed me to like still be present with her, but still post that. So it's like, look, I'm here. And then when the time came, I was like, y'all, I'm coming up for air. We're now going to go live and talk about all of this dope stuff. But it was great because in those moments that you think like the ship is going to sink, there's like the water recedes, or you have like your whole crew that like steps in. And if it does, then maybe that's something you can think about in your next goal setting is like, how do I prepare for when I need to step back? Like, how do I set up the space? How do I set up systems that it can still run so I don't get to that place of burning out and then the ship burning down?